who's running the Board of Tax Crypto Review?
So the Board of Tax is an advisory board to the committee. It is supported by a secretariat that is run out of the department, but the board members are individuals appointed by the
Who's the
Treasurer.
head of Secretariat?
The head of Secretariat is an SES in Treasury.
A who? Sorry, I think your
Blank.
microphone is a bit funny.
Paul Kroganoff is his name.
Okay, is he here?
He's not here, sorry, Senator.
Is anyone here that's working on that?
He's the only SES in the Board of Tax.
So now I can answer any questions about that. Can I ask you about it?
I'm happy to help. Try.
Great, thank you. Thanks very much.
Maybe call them next time.
Well, I mean, I just thought that Revenue Group would be able to answer questions about tax issues.
Let's give it a go.
So you are doing a Board of Tax review into crypto taxation.
So
are you not?
The Board of Tax review is completed and been provided to government.
It's finished?
It's finished.
Wow, that's good. What's happening with it? Where is it?
So
Who's got it?
It's currently being considered by government, within government.
Which minister's got it?
The Board of Tax is an advisory body to the Treasurer, so it's with the Treasurer.
Okay, and not the Assistant Treasurer? Mate, he's one of my favourite ministers, so...
You're a bit fascinated.
I always like to know what he's up to, you know.
It could be with
It's good to check in on friends.
With the Assistant Treasurer. I'd have to take that on notice and check.
Okay. So when was it received?
I would have to take that on notice, but it was earlier this year. I'm wondering whether Ms Bultitude might know the date. It was it was finished.
Well, the reason I'm asking you about this is because there was a commitment that there would be a review of all the taxation measures in the crypto world, and that would have been given to government back in 2023, then that was extended to February 24. So was it given to government in February 24?
Yes, it was.
It was? Okay, so how long have they been doing the work for? Was it almost 2 years?
It was a very complicated bit of work. It was probably much larger than was initially scoped.
Yeah, I know you say that, but I mean, last time you were here, you told me that you couldn't do a crypto bill at all. So I sort of think that maybe you could be overcomplicating some of these things.
It is a comprehensive.
live in your world.
It is a comprehensive report, and I'm sure the members would share my view that it was a complicated bit of work.
It's a complicated report. So how long it took 2 years to review the crypto transactions and the tax issues associated?
There was extensive stakeholder consultation. The Board of Tax wanted to make sure it did understand all of the stakeholders' interests. So there was a period of extensive stakeholder consultation. And there was a change in membership over that period as well, which probably added a bit of time because the members working on it changed over the course of the report.
So how big is the report?
I don't know how many pages it is, Senator.
Oh, gosh. I have it. I have a hard copy.
So you think it's a substantial
It's a substantial report, Senator.
Okay, so do you think there'll be a prospect of legislating tax certainty for crypto in this parliament?
That's a matter for government, Senator.
Well, I mean, when are you expecting there'll be a response to the report?
That again is a matter for government to decide.
But do you expect it would be, I mean, you obviously engage with industry, you know there's a lot of uncertainty here about taxation. The government decided to cherry pick one particular part around the tax treatment of Bitcoin in El Salvador, which I thought was a very strange judgment at the time to cherry pick that out. I think at the time you argued there was going to be the potential for revenue loss, Minister. You may not remember that, but I just wonder whether or not there's any chance that we could get some broader tax certainty here for this digital assets world in this parliament.
I think the Board of Tax was concerned about that, us providing that certainty, and looked at various ways that could be achieved, and that's now being considered by government.
Okay, so but you can't give any certainty. Are you expecting to deal with this in this parliament?
Look, I'll have to take that on notice. I haven't seen the report, so I really can't add anything further.
So just so I get this right, so you received a report, the government received a report in February this year on crypto taxation, not about how to regulate crypto, just on the taxation point. And it's taken six months so far to read the report. We're not sure whether Mr Jones has got the report. We think he might.
He might.
Well, we'll be able to answer that for you. We know, like, it's within the Treasury team.
But,
it's
I
been
mean,
provided to government. That there's, been a few other things going on, Senator Bragg, including a budget between February and
No, I understand that.
and May. So
I understand that, Minister, and I follow these issues closely. And as you know, there's been a lot of strange priorities in the markets space, particularly coming out of markets group, like we discussed last hearing. We had the ASX ownership changes and a few other things which must have been, order of the day 422, not issue number 1 or 2. So I'm just wondering why there appears to be zero energy behind this whole crypto.
I don't accept that. I don't accept that.
Okay, but do you think 6 or 7 months is enough time to read a report on one narrow issue and respond?
It was handed to government on the 23rd of February, so I believe that's 4 months.
Just over 4 months.
Yeah.
4 months and 2 days.
Okay, so can anyone find out and tell me which minister has the report at least?
Well, it's been handed to the Treasurer as far as I...
So the Treasurer may have given it to the Assistant Treasurer. That's what I would
We just don't know whether Mr
It's
Jones...
been given
He's the minister for
The
this
department
issue.
is looking at the report, Senator, and providing further advice to
I've got to
government.
say, if I was looking to invest in Australia in a digital assets business, or I was a consumer looking for tax certainty, and there's a lot of people that are worried about this, this would give me no confidence that there's any plan to deal with these issues in this parliament.
Well, I don't think you... I mean, that's no surprise that you'd like to paint it that way.
Well, it's not painting it. I'm just playing about the fact you don't even know which minister's got the report.
We do. We've
Who?
answered that. What we're coming back is whether Minister Jones has the report as well, which was a subset of your question. So we have answered that. And we have been working with the industry on this. And we, not in the position where you introduce half-baked bills like you do from time to time.
Well, at least I've got a bill. At least I've got a bill.
With all due respect.
At least I've got a bill. You haven't even got a bill.
Is it at least we've got a bill? At least
bill.
we've got a bill that nobody likes or nobody
No,
thinks
it's a bill.
does the
You haven't got a
job.
bill. You haven't got a bill,
well,
and you're
great.
sitting on your report
Anyone
for 6
can
and 7
chuck
months.
a bill in. It's a bit harder to actually make sure the bill
Anyway, it
does
wouldn't
what
take
it
me
needs
7
to
months
do.
to read a report.
There's 2 minutes
Well,
left
no,
in this
you keep
10-minute
saying
block.
7 months. The evidence is 4 months, and the evidence is that Treasury will be briefing and providing advice on the
extended.
report
It was
that has
extended.
been provided, and the government will take further decisions at that point. So you're a big exaggerator.
We'll wait with bated breath. Okay, we'll wait
Senator
with
Bragg.
bated breath. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to ask about another matter now. We've exhausted that avenue with
It was such
to
a
no
treat.
avail, unfortunately.
Well, it was such a treat.
I'm
Well,
saddened.
the exaggeration's out of
Well, I'm
control.
just-
There's
It was
now 1
4
minute
months,
left
5
in
months,
this
6
10-minute
months,
block.
7 months.
I just think it's a shame.
It'll be a
you
year
don't-
by the time the hearing
I
ends.
just wish you would prioritise things that are important to people, not things that are important to your favourite vested interests.
Well, again, we'll leave that. We'll take that as a comment.
Thank
Senator
you.
Bragg.
Take it as a comment. Well, it's an important
Again,
comment. All right, now let's move on. Now, can I ask you about build-to-rent tax issues?
You may.
Who's that? That's you again, Ms Brown?
Me
Okay.
and also Ms Bolton.
You want to cut me off, though. So do you want to cut
We
me
all
off?
do,
I'll come back.
Senator.
Sure. Senator